Hello, beautiful and wonderful people. Welcome back to Celeb Corner KE as we get to tackle matters arising in regards to the politics of the Republic. Now, one situation that arose yesterday after the Deputy President was discharged from hospital is his allegation against the President on an attempt to kill him or to poison him or to take him out through so many means. Now, let's get down to this story. A lot of Kenyans right now are trying to link the death of the former CDF and the late CDF Chief of Defense Forces, that is Bwana General Ogolla, General Francis Ogolla, to these claims of assassination on Gashagua's life. Remember, the death of General Francis Ogolla became a matter that was discussed worldwide. But the cause of the plane crash that took General Gola has never been revealed to the public. Now, according to the latest report and the latest news and intel that we have, is that before General Francis Ogola died, he had started having some certain belief to be conversation between him and the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, owing to the fact that the both of them shared a seat at the council, at the National Security Council. According to the intel we have, General Francis Ogolla had started sharing the ideologies of Gachagua. Now, sharing the ideologies of Gachagua meant that he had started realizing the manner in which Gachagua took things that were addressed to him by the President of the Republic, which means he started realizing that Gachagua does not take the orders that the President gives so lightly or does not obey the orders that the President gives, that is President William Ruto. Now, the whole thing is believed to have come out of a disagreement between President William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua in terms of the affordable housing project. Now, when the affordable housing project became the conversation of the town, Gachagua disagreed with the president and decided to side with the people of the Republic of Kenya, telling the president, it's about time that you realize the people does not want these ideologies that you're trying to sell to them. So the best thing that you can do is listen to the people, listen to the crowd. They don't want this, so don't implement it. Now that began a confrontation between the president and his deputy. Now, while at the the National Security Council meeting, Gachagua continued to differ with the president directly in front of his seniors, in front of other members of the Security Council. And the members of the Security Council include the Director of the Director of any National Intelligence Service, Nurdin Haji, Interior Cabinet Secretary, IG, that is Inspector General of Police, President William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, and a few others. It comprises of about 8 people. Now, Gachagua started disagreeing with the president in front of this. And once he was disagreeing with the president, it seemed that General Ogolla started buying into his ideologies and, siding with Gachagua, realizing that this man really understands how the government should work. Now, it is believed throughout these, now these are theories that are currently being speculated. Now, the people realizing that these are the two second people that have the powers to take over the presidency if something happens to President William Ruto, the National Security Council started now looking at it in a different manner. And President William Ruto started looking at it as a manner, as a way that there might be a plotted coup to take me out as the president and replace me with Gachagua, with CDF Ogolla taking position as the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, it said this might be the cause of the accident that took the life of General Francis Ogolla. Now, after Ogolla died through a plane crash, that is when the troubles of Rigathi Gachagua started happening. After Rigathi Gachagua realized that he does not have a friend on the National Security Council, he resulted to going to the ground or to the people of the Republic of Kenya to sell his ideologies, to argue his points out on the ground. And that is where now a contingent of members of parliament and senators was sent to attack Rigathi Gachagua on different grounds to try and defame him, to try and distract him. But they couldn't because the man seemed now to have mastered the whole political game. Now, Gachagua changed his tactics. Remember, as a deputy president, he is supposed to be assigned uh, uh, a KDF chopper, Kenya Forces chopper. The Air Force is the one that is supposed to fly the deputy president and the president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, the Air Force was given orders to withdraw from being the ones that will be facilitating the transport of the deputy president. At a certain event in Kirinyaga, Gashagua's chopper was recalled, the KDF that had, the Air Force that had ferried him was recalled to the base and told that they should withdraw from ferrying the man to different locations that they were ferrying him. Remembering that also a man seated at the high table at the National Security Council is none other than the than Harden Duale, who was the Defense Cabinet Secretary. Now the position is held by Soipani Tuya. Now it became clear that, you know what, people like Duale have always been pro-Ruto people since back then. Duale was a friend to Uhuru Kenyatta, but he disagreed and started fighting with Uhuru Kenyatta after what happened because Uhuru Kenyatta fell out with Ruto. So, which means Duale will do anything to protect the president and to show that he really is supporting the president. So, after the choppers were recalled, Gachagua realized, wait a minute, something might also happen to me as it happened to General Francis Ogolla. So he changed his tactics from using the military planes. Gachagua started using commercial choppers. He started using his own chopper to facilitate his movements around the country. So he hired his own private pilot who were to be his personal pilots, apart from those that had been trained and assigned to him by the National Security Council. He changed his modes of transport because he knew something out of the blues might happen. The CDF was one of the most guarded people and one of the most protected people in the Republic of Kenya. But he died in a very mysterious aircraft, plane crash. So, what makes him so undisputable? The only thing that he can do is change his tactics on how he moves and how he maneuvers through these loopholes. And that is when he decided to change uh, from using military craft to using commercial aircraft. Now, that became a bone of contention also in the country. The arguments were that, you know what, Gashagwa amenyimwa ndege za kusafiri nazo, yet he is the deputy president. A lot of things were said, but when you look at it in this manner, Gashagwa changed his tactics after realizing, you know, a plane crash ni kitu ambayo hata ikichunguzwa inakuanga vigumu sana to determine what really caused the plane crash. But you know, these people, sio mara ya kwanza mtu kuaga dunia na kukufa kwa ajili ya ajali ya ndege. CDF Ogolla was a man respected and feared in this republic, given the status that he held. Being a CDF, a chief of defense forces, it doesn't matter. In terms of power, he is the second in command. In terms of the constitution, Gachagua is the second in command. Are you getting the point? So Gachagua saw something might go wrong and decided, you know what, to shift his ways. Now, after shifting from the using the planes, now these people tried now to find a way to take him out in other means. Ndio maana unasikia poisoning here and there. Now, many people are asking, why did Gachagua speak about the poisoning at this time? Wewe nikukumbushe, while Gachagua was attending the Senate hearing on Thursday, there was a time that you saw the deputy president taking a cup of coffee or a cup of tea at the Senate baada ya kukaa pale kwa muda. It is believed that that cup of coffee or cup of tea had been laced with something which caused him chest pains. And that is what led him to being rushed to Karen Hospital. And that is when now he decided, you know what, walikuwa wanataka kusema nimepatwa na heart attack kwa sababu ya yale ambayo nimeyapitia pale during the cross examination. So it's about time I talk. Yes, wadau. That's it for now. What is your take? Leave a comment in the comment section.